50.2%. Scholarship. When you talk about education, and we all know the majority of the Gambian are poor. Of course, President Jammeh brought the revolution, brought sanity into the education sector. The revolution brought education into the doorsteps of every Gambian. But education, you need teachers. It's expensive. You need to send in your kids to schools. And can you afford to pay? Most of them are farmers. They couldn't. And then the revolution brought in scholarship to ensure every individual have equal access to education, irrespective of the poverty or your background. If you don't have money, but you are assured that there is scholarship. Before 1994, the 400 rule of the British and the 32 years of the former regime, grade 7 to grade 12, there was only single scholarships on girls or in school. But after the 1994, you got grade 7, 2011, 39,608 on the grade 7 are on scholarship. 39,608 upper basic school students, grade 7 girls, are on scholarship by the President Jammeh and the revolution, by the revolution. Grade 8, 35,803. Grade 9, 28,614. Grade 10, 16,622. Grade 11, 10,915. And grade 12, 6,318. A total of 137,880 people as of 2011 are on scholarship. Has free education for girls throughout the land and breadth of the country, rural areas. Now, schools are built. In those days, because of the parents would prefer probably, if you have a family, you have children, you have about 5 boys, you have 6 girls, you prefer to send 1 or 2 boys to school and the girls none, because you can't pay their school fees. Now, then you compare it. In fact, it's because of lack of schools and lack of scholarships. That's why the rate of drop out of schools, early marriages, and so on and so forth were rampant. Because parents know they cannot pay. Now, the share of enrollment for girls, July 22nd, 1994, that was during the 32 years, there were 42.1% on lower basic school girls who have access to education. After the 1994, there is this parity rate, 50.6% to 49.4%, that is enrolling boys and girls. Meaning that now in most cases you have more girls in school, more girls in school than boys. Why? Because President Jammeh's education, free education for girls. Parents, everybody is convinced, even if you have 10 girls, they can all go to school and paid for by government, the revolution. The upper basic school, the enrollment was 37.3%. But after 1994, 50.9%, still at the upper basic school. Meaning that the revolution in the area of education, before 1994, girls were not prioritized, were not given the opportunity to have access to education. And that President Jammeh believes in the ideology. If you educate a woman, you educate the whole nation. That's the reason why. Then you go to the senior secondary schools, 29% of Gambian girls have access to senior secondary school before 1994 revolution came into effect. And after 1994, 47.3, we are almost 50-50 at par. Why? Because they are also the free education. Now, for those of us who witnessed the colonial era and school life in the First Republic, had a tough and a great challenge, ranging from paying school fees for your children, that's for your wards, either boys or girls, provisions of whatever materials they need because there are books available, and also chairs and desks for your children. You have to provide it for them, to carry them to school, to be able to sit and learn. Meaning that before 1994, the education sector, it wasn't conducive. You don't even have a place to sit. You go there and stand for 8 hours, 9 hours to learn? No. President Jammeh said, never. And it's dead body, that will never happen. And in 1994, that ceased to exist. You share of chairs before July 1994, before the revolution. About 56, only 56% had access to chairs, and they say the rest they have to bring in. And chairs of desks, it was 48%. 1994, chairs 100%. Nobody goes to school with chair, and nobody goes to school with desk. That is the comparative between the revolution and before the revolution. Madam, I'm sorry, I'm taking a lot of your time.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's interesting.
You see, Gambia is a Muslim country, and the advent of the revolutions brought a lot of development and recognized the importance of madrasa and the importance of Quranic education in this country. Before 1994, you look at the lower basics, the upper basics, senior, second, and total of enrollment for madrasas was 0. And as we speak, as of 2011, as of December 2011, 59,317 children have access to formal madrasas, schools in this country, compared to 0 before 1994. Therefore, looking at 1994 and before 1994, after 1994, this revolution attaches great importance to Quranic educations and encouraging people and building schools for it to be formally. In addition to having Islamic subjects in every schools in this country, from kindergarten to the University of the Gambia. Low basic school, we have 48,466 going to madrasas. Upper basic school, 88,172. Senior secondary schools, 2,679 are going to madrasas. Binta, there are a lot of things that we could compare between 1994 and before 1994. But yeah.
For now, I think that's an interesting one because, like you rightly mentioned, the difference is very huge. But I think I have to move on to Mr. Gay.
Yes, so when we come back, we look at even not only mentioning the figures, but we have all the schools built across the number of the country.
Okay, maybe we'll get the total of them. Babu Gay, mbadingol kal hakilo blandi ko ben Bantaba Forum li na kono National Bantaba Forum ko ngafo nyami yirwa kol nin kata kol men yalon ko iketa banko kanjang janni 94 kata 94 fombe bi sango nyina sango men kono Babu Gay ngamira isa fono badingol kanunto anin saying jibe abatembe tembe jumalto
yo baraka binta comme ya fo nyami kumo commencé dulato ni mu bantabal te bebe benna da min ka kol ka tanyo kan kan yirwa kol jube e benon tembe jumalto anin saybe tembo munto bi nak na bunda fanna mu karamo bundal mu education du nego karamo nak ay arabu karamo sorle ay tubabu karamo soro banina da jube binta tubabol la sanji keme nani maralo nyim banko kan ani man sakunda folo la sanji tan sabo maro yirwa jumalle keta karamo la bundatu anin ka bring revolution o keta 1994 kana bi president Jammeh nyaton kaya koto yirwa ni sifa jumalle keta je mbe hakilo ba kan ko amamme fan jeni 1994 karam kota molbul kolya ku bati e ka mo jay karamo la karamo itinya fende fo enta karana dama mo fan soro mo ba marala je because karamo ngol man siya man sakunda la ila biral follow kabinata mbeba kan be ngalon ko notice school fon be banko kan before 94 but policy for notice school ma soto no there was no policy for ECDs but man sakunda e kan dida commencer wolto because ni lafta garden kendola e kan nursery kendola nyinae ye policy provide for nursery schools kabri bodo le nata si aje ko banko kan karam bunjele bije wutumo ka fo ye primary school sai ka fo le lower basic school ni ajube tindin jelle be haymarin banko kan anin karam bun jelle lo tan o pour wo dindongol ye karanno woto to nyato nyam ngalum nun ko karabungol man kita bakele baw to wole maraja ne sanji kemenani yem karam bun juwalle tumbulu jam man sakunda tambila sanji tan saba e karam bun jelle lo ni ajube lower basic school ka fo mu ye ko karam mun do dindi karam mun dingol primary school wotumo be ngalo nyame